I'm 21 years old, attractive guy, as you can see, and I've never kissed a girl in my life. And it's so bizarre every time people hear this about me. Every single person, every single time I tell this to them, like their reaction is like always the same. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? It's like they always like freeze. Like I'm not even exaggerating this to you, right? But it's true. So why is it that despite me being so-called blessed, that I never really just had anything happen to me? Well, despite being attractive, women are shallow. Men are shallow too. But I'm a guy, so I'm talking about my experiences with women. And the type of guy that I am, most people are pretty shallow people. That's a better way to put it. And I'm not a shallow person. I'm the type of guy where I look for sincerity within someone. Most people, they're not really looking for that. They're just looking for short-term pleasure, hookup culture. I'm not that type of person. In fact, the amount of women who will call me so-called boring when they expect me to throw myself at them, and they slowly start to realize that I'm not going to do that, or I just don't do anything, or I'm like pretty docile and I just let things happen, but I don't do anything at all. You see, as an attractive guy, and this is why my experience actually turned out the way it did, because I am an attractive guy. When you have women like who will come to you, throw themselves at you, or you just simply been around enough women enough, you kind of realize that, okay, it's like the same thing. It's like over and over. It's like the same repetitive stuff over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, I've literally just been waiting for someone who's just different. Someone who really and truly just has something striking about them. Not physically, I'm talking like personality wise here. Because guys, a lot of pretty girls, will be into me. But pretty girls are everywhere. That's the same. Like, I don't understand this whole like baddie logic, which is a video that I probably have to do in the future. Pretty girls are everywhere. So it's like, it doesn't really like phase me when I see a girl who's pretty. I'm like, okay, cool. What type of personality do you have? And it turns out that, their personality just isn't really anything noteworthy. Like, dude, I have another YouTube channel where I have 4,000 subscribers. And funny enough, on that YouTube channel, I do have fangirls. I do have fangirls. I see like sometimes, here and there, some women will try to get the courage to shoot their shot at me in my comments, but I don't do anything about it because it's just like, okay, well, a lot of women, there's a lot of women who, would love to be with me, right? I always tell people that all the time. It's like, okay, but what is so striking about your personality that would make me forget about all these other women, right? I have quite literally yet to run into any girl who has been able to answer that question. Like, I always like say this, like, what's so great about you that I need to forget about all my other options? Because honestly, I do believe that every guy, every woman has a guy or a girl out there where, they're like, yes, you are worthy, to the point where I don't care about anybody else anymore, right? That's very much possible. But in a world where people are so shallow, surface level, don't have any depths to them, people don't really want to be sincere. Most women, quite frankly speaking, they just objectify me and they just dehumanize me. And a lot of men don't really seem to understand this because most men, quite literally, I would say over 95% of men only really care about hooking up. They don't really like. Men will say like, "Oh, I care so much about finding a wife, this, that, and that, blah 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 blah." But then you look at reality, and most men don't actually care about that. They just want to hook up. They just want to go around pumping and dumping women. That's not me. That's not me. And you might think like, "Oh, but." Don't women say that they want a guy who's just like that? A guy who's actually looking for something sincere, not just to go around pumping and dumping? And, I hear it all the time from women, but what I've come to realize is that women are no different from men. And that's another video I gotta go and talk about. But women will say like, I want this, I want that, I want the next. But in reality, it's not really the case. Like I said before, a couple of minutes ago, women will sit there, objectify me, dehumanize me. They won't even bother to try and get to know me. They'll just put a whole personality on me. And this is probably the main reason why I just never been able to kiss a girl before, because usually 9 times out of 10, I meet somebody and they seem interesting, but I'm like, okay, but let me make sure that I can like vibe with this person. Like I said on my previous YouTube channel, which I still have, my main YouTube channel, I was talking about this in a video about a week ago or a couple of days ago. I'm like, I'm not going to fuck you if I don't fuck with you. And a lot of women really don't understand that. That guys, genuinely, the amount of women who are so entitled to think that I'm just going to just throw myself at them. It's crazy work, and this turns me off, quite frankly speaking. It's like, ew. And a lot of y'all might say, oh man, that sounds like, I see a lot of men will say like, oh bro, but you have all these women that you could go around and pass yourself around. Okay, well, and it's funny because a lot of men actually care about this more than they realize, because the amount of miserable men that I see that is with a chick that they willfully put themselves with just because, oh, she's a baddie, bruh. Oh, she's so hot, bro. Then they get so caught up with that, right? They think with the wrong head. Then as time goes on, she starts to show her true colors. Then you're in a so-called toxic relationship now. You have to deal with her nagging you, not giving a crap about what you have to say. I want to say more stuff, but I want to say it in like a manner where the algorithm doesn't flag this video as appropriate, but it's really hard to say. But I think you guys understand what I mean there. I don't think I need to provide more examples, because if I do, this video might be flagged as inappropriate. But you get what I mean. And, despite the fact that I have like a lot of options, I was talking to a friend about this. It's like, yeah, I have a good like handful of fangirls on my other YouTube channel who watch my videos there. Even my brother, he looked at me, he was like, so did you like, you went and grab a chick yet? You went and took one of your little fangirls on your YouTube channel? I'm like, no, my guy. Like, I'm just docile when it comes to women, because it's like, I know what type of options that these are. These are just options. These are sexual options, right? These aren't like romantic options, most likely. And it's so obvious to see this as well, where, a chick will be into you. Guys, if you want to know if a chick truly likes you or not, never ever tell her anything about you that is beneficial. Like, if you have a business going, don't tell her about that. If you have a social media going, don't tell her about that. Don't tell her anything where she might put on like a facade personality to just try and leech off of you, and just see how she reacts, right? I do this all the time, where I see a chick and, she's like into me too, but then I'm like, okay, she's into me, but is this lust? Is this lust, or is this like actual like interest? Because if this is like lust, yeah, we're not reciprocating the same energy. That's the same. It's like, I'm looking at you in a different manner, you're looking at me in a different manner, and this is where things fall short, right? I think, like, over time, it's so funny how over time it's so funny to see them just slowly, get turned off from me when I don't act like a stereotypical guy who tries to shoot his shot, who tries to play game. This is another video I gotta talk about. There is no such thing as game. But anyways, so then, because they see that I don't really like do that, they just go away. I'm like, well, there you go. And she just simply was lusting after me. She didn't really have any like interest in me. Like I have a lot to say. I have a lot of cool stories. I have a lot of cool experiences, and it's like I want someone who I can sit down, just vibe with, and could appreciate my personality for what it is. But a lot of these women, they don't care to get to know you. Most of these women don't care. It's the same with men as well. They just want to use you. They just want to... You're like a toy to play with. And every time I see this in a girl, I'm just like, ew. I'm like, ew. This is why I've like never kissed a girl before, bro. I was explaining this to a girl in my other YouTube channel like 2 weeks ago, where I was telling her, like, because I did a video about like women. The video had like a lot of women in it, and I wasn't really like drooling over these girls or anything. And one of the girls pointed out, like, you're the only guy whom I've watched that has reacted to this video where you're not like drooling over these girls or so mesmerized by these girls. And I replied to her comment and I said, because I've had a lot of experiences with so-called baddies, with so-called beautiful women, and I know how nasty a lot of them can get. Very, 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 very nasty. And this is the paradox I'm in, because it's like, cool, great, all these chicks are attracted to me, cool, great, I know that. But where's the genuine one? Where's the one that isn't lusting after me? Because most of them are just lusting after me, and it's just like, bro, are you kidding me, bro? To all you people out there who think that, oh my gosh, man, if you're attractive, you must have it so great. Honestly, bro, I'm living like a normal human being. I said this before. The only good thing that being attractive is good for is just hooking up. That's it. Just hooking up. I don't see any perk other than hooking up. It's like, what if you're a guy like me who doesn't want to hook up? When you're around a bunch of people who just only care about that, now you're in a limbo. You're in a limbo. Because these women It's funny, bro. A lot of women find that boring. I remember I saw a TikTok, bro, where this girl posted something along the lines of, "Oh, when you just want to smash, but he just want to chill and just vibe or something like that with you, but you don't want to do that." And it was like, bro, this is exactly what I'm saying right here. A lot of women, bro, a lot of women, I would probably say most women, they kind of go by that mindset, and I see it all the time, bro. It's so funny. Reading the comments, the amount of women that were agreeing with it, like, yeah, he didn't want to do anything. He just wanted to like watch a movie, and they was like saying this like if it was something like so awful, so bad. I'm like, a nigga can't just vibe. A nigga just can't have a bit of peace. Like, really? A nigga just can't lay down, chill out, rest for a bit. Like, really, bro? Oh my gosh, bro. This is why I'm so introverted too. Because it's like, bro, I don't want to be used. I don't want to be used. Simple as that. Oh, but put yourself out there. Okay. Put myself out there. Go kiss a girl who's nothing. Who's not special. Who has nothing noteworthy. Who's just like most other women that I've dealt with. Like, I'm looking for someone special. And at this point, I'm starting to think slowly think that I'm just being naive at this point. That this like so-called special person doesn't exist, and holding myself back is pointless. But at the same time, even if that special person doesn't exist, I don't want to just go and just give myself up to some shallow person who doesn't give a shit about me, who's just dehumanizing me, who's just lusting over me, who's just seeing me as an object. You see, a lot of men, they think, oh my gosh, that's so cool, bro. Oh my god, yes. Until we look at the fact men are complaining, oh, I can't cry around my girlfriend. I can't open up to my girlfriend. I can't do this around women. I can't do that around women. Oh, I wonder why, bro. I wonder why. I wonder why. So no, I'm not really the only guy who's like going through this issue. A lot of men genuinely have this similar issue, but they don't even realize it. You see, the thing with me is that I'm just more hyper aware. I'm just really self-aware. I see things for how it is. My intuition is just, on point. But yeah, to all the people who think that, I'm like living a glamorous life, my life is honestly pretty mediocre. Despite the fact that I'm an attractive guy, my life is literally mediocre, honestly. Is there some perks of being an attractive guy? Yeah. But it's kind of like minute, to be honest. I will make a video on the perks of being an attractive guy that has happened to me. But overall, my life is pretty mediocre. This is why whenever I see all these people on YouTube and TikTok saying like, "Oh, you gotta look smash, bro. You gotta look smash." And honestly, you should. You should always like be the best in anything possible. You shouldn't like degrade yourself. Oh my gosh. I mean, the Bible literally says your body is your temple and you need to take care of your temple. But the way how people are looks maxing, right? They're looks maxing because they're like thinking like, oh my god, this is gonna completely change my life, bro. This is gonna be life altering. Honestly, I guess everyone's mindset is different. Like I said, most men don't really care about relationships and sincerity. So I guess if they were in my position, they probably would be going crazy, having a body count of like over 100 by now. And to them, that's like winning. To me, it's not really winning, right? It's like when you have access to the same thing repetitively over and over and over and over, it's like, all right, cool. A girl comes, her personality is like this. Okay, doesn't work out. Another girl comes, her personality is the same way. Doesn't work out. Another girl comes, her personality is the same way as the other two girls. Nothing doesn't really come out of that. Then another one comes, same way. 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 Another one comes, the same way. Another one comes, same way. Do you see? I'm purposely like dragging it on for so long because I want you to physically feel how boring and how repetitive that is. Because I'm sure when I was just saying that there, you were like, okay, we get the point. We get the point. We get the point. Okay. Exactly. That's my perspective. That's literally my perspective. It's like every single time I run into a chick, it's the same shit. Now, I want you to think of that, right? The way how you felt. Sprinkle in some entitlement of them thinking that I'm just going to throw my ass at them. Because what is like with all these women thinking that every guy just automatically just wants to just like, you know what? I can't even blame them because that's honestly like that's men's fault for causing that shit. I gotta talk more about that in another video. So because of this, and because, you know, I've been so used to the same repetitive nonsense, I'm just like, bro, I just want something different. I just want something different. What's the point of me like doing something with someone who's the same as somebody else? It's like, I've already had this. I've already dealt with this. I want something else. Seriously. I just want something different, man. Nothing shallow. None of that, bro. Nothing surface level. But that seems so impossible to find. I swear to God, all I do is I just get looks when I'm in public. That's it. Women will just look at me. Look at me. I mean, bro, it's like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm an attractive guy, and we know, right? But that's it. Just look at me, and that's it. Jesus, man. I honestly forgot how it feels to even like someone, but I'm gonna like end this video here. Let's come in another video. I genuinely forgot how it feels to like someone. It's crazy, bro.